And now we are joined by Republican Congressman Pete Sessions of Texas. Congressman, we thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Lindsay.
So in May, you voted against having an independent commission to investigate January 6th, arguing that there was a, quote, rushed desire for judgment and that time should be given for prosecution and trials before a public commission. As you know, many of your Republican colleagues didn't want an investigation to happen in 2022 during the midterm election year. So why is it right now the best time for Congress to investigate what happened on January 6th?
Lindsay, I think it's important that we understand that if we really want to know the truth and find out what happened, we need to understand that there's a trial going on of a number of people who we will not know the answers to a lot of these questions for maybe a year. And my colleague spoke about the 9/11 Commission, which took a long period of time for the facts to become relevant and for us to determine what they were. There were a number of hearings that have been held. We have not heard of anyone that has been charged with sedition. We have not heard of anyone that had any weapons. We have not heard of anything where there was pre-planning. As a matter of fact, the members of the Capitol Hill Police and the FBI have said that by and large they were taken by surprise. So what happened by surprise means that there needs to be an investigation and we need to get to the bottom of it. We need to know, were there people who organized ahead of time? Who were these people and what were their communications? The Department of Justice has the largest ongoing investigation in their history. We need to let them do that and then share that information with this committee. We need to get it right. America needs to get this right. And that will take a period of time until some of those facts come out. Then we believe it's time to make sure that whatever we hear and do, we do with resolve of working together.
GOP Congressman Kinzinger said today that he's serving on the committee, quote, not to win a political fight, but to learn the facts and defend our democracy. Do you believe that there are benefits from public hearings and testimony from those who have direct knowledge of what happened on January 6th so that we better understand what happened and why? Is this something that Congress has an obligation to pursue?
I think we do have an obligation. I think it will be a one-sided affair. I think we will hear from members of law enforcement. We will hear from members who confronted this that day, and that is part of the process, and we do need that. But we also need to know what would be the investigatory part of this, and that is, what did we know ahead of time? Were they training together? Was there some camp in Ohio or West Virginia where these people knew each other ahead of time? They've been held now in solitary confinement, many of them, not able to speak with each other, not able to not get the story straight. And so the FBI, the Department of Justice, has had a lot of time, now 7 months, by which to gather the facts of the case, and that is what we need to hear. If the Speaker wants to tell us, or the head of the committee wants to tell us, oh, we've received that information, maybe that would be beneficial, but it's got to be used in a court of law, because actually this is more important, the part about the court of law. We need to hold these people accountable for their actions and either give them an opportunity to be in front of a jury with the facts of the case, and then that will tell us a lot more that we do not know today.
And you heard Congresswoman Luria there just a little bit ago say that the committee will investigate why there wasn't more security ready on January 6th. That would address one of your concerns. But given that this is moving forward as a hearing, even if it's something that you wanted or not, do you feel that Republicans are perhaps missing an opportunity by not being part of that conversation by serving on the Select Committee?
Well, now that's a political question that you ask, and the Speaker is the person that turned down the opportunity for our Republican leadership to provide the committee members that we would have. And that is very regrettable, and that I've never heard of this happening. And when the Speaker of the House decides who may be on the committee and selects two of hers from our ranks, which is her business, but it is not right to deny our opportunity for people who would be able to effectively not just understand what happened, but be able to argue the facts of the case. So, look, Republicans want to be a part of this. We want to ask and answer the questions. But what we don't want to rush into is, as the Speaker had in the bill that we voted against, where it had to be concluded by December 31st of this year, knowing that probably few trials would have occurred by then and the truth would not be known. The facts of the case are we need to make sure that we understand what would happen if it happens tomorrow. What would be the response and the training necessary, and who will be held accountable for making those decisions? Today, it's very likely that it was seen as the Speaker of the House that directed any outcome, any action that would be taken. And I think it should be placed within professional law enforcement. I think it should be well understood by a regular police officer who works for the Capitol Hill Police, and they should know what would happen if it happened tomorrow, because it's their job on the line and they need to know. And I think so do members, because it's our security and safety.